You're watching the Economic Bulletin here on QNews with me, Henny Saif, and we'll start off with the NATO leaders who have endorsed a significant increase in defense spending, reaffirming their commitment to collective defense as enshrined in Article 5. In a statement, allies pledged to invest 5% of their gross domestic product annually in core defense requirements and defense and security-related spending by 2035. This includes allocating at least 3.5% of GDP to resources core defense requirements, with up to 1.5% of GDP annually dedicated to protecting critical infrastructure, ensuring resilience, and strengthening their defense industrial base. Following the announcement, NATO chief Mark Rutte has highlighted that the agreement will result in a quantum leap in collective defense. He emphasized that allies have made significant commitments to address current threats and that NATO urgently needs to rapidly expand its defense industrial capacity. Rutte also dismissed concerns about Spain blocking the defense spending change, despite Madrid's claim it can meet commitments with a lower budget. Additionally, he assumed that the United States is already more or less at a 5% defense spending target.
Let's be honest, I mean, politicians have to make choices in scarcity, and this is not easy.
French President Emmanuel Macron stated that Europe will boost defense spending to counter the Russian threat, but he also cautioned against increased defense demands amid a trade war.
Tout ça, on le fait. Quand même le rappeler et remettre les choses au milieu de la discussion, parce qu'il y a la menace russe. Je le disais il y a quelques mois à nos compatriotes, nous le vivons depuis plusieurs années, mais au fond, la troisième guerre russe en Europe a acté cette menace. En effet, après la Géorgie, après la Crimée, la guerre d'agression de février 2022 a très clairement permis d'identifier cette menace dans la durée. Et c'est ce pourquoi, au fond, nous nous réarmons tous, parce qu'il y a cette menace à nos frontières. Cet effort collectif et les bons résultats qu'on a avec ce communiqué et ce réengagement européen, il a en quelque sorte, et il impose de manière évidente la paix commerciale. On ne peut pas entre alliés dire il faut dépenser plus, nous dire on va dépenser plus, et au sein de l'OTAN se faire la guerre commerciale. C'est une aberration. Et donc c'est pourquoi il est très important qu'on puisse revenir à ce qui devrait être la règle au sein de l'ensemble des alliés, c'est-à-dire une véritable paix du commerce, et donc d'abaisser toutes les barrières tarifaires qui existent ou qui ont été renforcées.
Moreover, European leaders have reacted with mixed feedback to the new defense spending agreements. As Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez stated that while Spain will meet the new targets, he considers their current 2% of GDP defense spending sufficient, realistic, and compatible with the welfare state. In contrast, the German Chancellor Friedrich Merz highlighted NATO's decision to increase defense spending as a sign of the alliance's strength and unity. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni also noted that the new NATO defense and security spending targets are affordable for Italy, as they offer countries total flexibility on how to achieve them.
Ever since the first Hague Peace Conference was held,
A call on Russia to end its aggression against Ukraine. United in NATO, the most powerful defensive alliance in world history. History has shown that North America...
U.S. President Donald Trump has hailed the agreement among NATO's member states to boost defense spending over the coming years. Trump also criticized Spain for being the only NATO country refusing to meet the defense spending target, adding that he plans to negotiate directly with Spain to increase their contribution. Additionally, Trump insulted Fed's Powell, calling him terrible, noting that he was considering 3 or 4 candidates for his replacement, adding afterwards he thought he had a low IQ.
The nuclear business anymore. I think they've been at it for 20 years, and I don't see that happening either. Now, if it does, we're always there. It won't be me, it'll be somebody else, but we're there. We'll have to do something about it. They said it could be limited or it could be very severe. They really didn't know, other than to say, no, look, they just had a war.